The older I get and I witness myself and the people around me, I realize that a big part of mental disability is a level of emotional immaturity. And I found myself in that realm throughout my journey, is that to control your emotions and to keep yourself at a balanced level without substance abuse, without extreme external measures, to work on yourself, and balance your levels, your highs and your lows, to balance yourself out and to remain somewhat even keel and to not let the world get you too down is a great sign of self improvement. Now, at any time, this world can crush us no matter how much we improve our lives. So I'm not delusional in that reality. But you don't want to live in fear. You know, people who live in fear say, I'm never going to buy a house until the entire economy crashes. People who live in fear, they just store canned goods. And many a times they don't have emotional disability. They don't have a mental disability. They have emotional disability. They can't control fear. They have no hope. They just have fear. A prepper is someone who fantasizes about fear more than hope. Now, someone who may be too delusional religious may fantasize about hope more than realities of life. Balance, balance, balance. Balance is a sign of maturity. It's not easy. But that's another goal. That's another self improvement goal. You know, there's days I feel down, there's days I feel inspired. Every day you have to push yourself. There's no day that will pass as long as you live on this earth that you don't have to push yourself to wake up on time. Push yourself maybe to go to the gym or go to work. Push yourself to maybe take a shower. Push yourself to brush your teeth and floss. What are we talking about? You know, look, this world will get you down, but if you stay down, if you oversleep, it gets you even more down. This world will get you down, but if you let yourself go, you'll get even more down. I did that. This world will get you down, but if you don't work, well, life will get even harder. I empathize with everyone, even people that I really don't like. I understand how this world could be crushing. But I can't go too far down that empathy road because then I become unbalanced. And then the blind lead you. Remember, your disabled relative who sleeps late, watches TikTok, and is very nasty, they're not going to lead you to the promised land. Good to see you, Andy. Remember, the people that may have loved you, maybe kept you from being robbed or something, remember, they're still abusing substances and not taking their career serious. They're not going to lead you to the promised land. Remember, a psychopath who wants to be your friend online, but basically will terrorize you if you don't act how they want, they're not going to lead you to the promised land. Self-growth. Okay. As I get older, I don't focus too much on uh, external things as far as God, universe. I keep God in my being because I believe God has saved me, okay, at certain points. But I believe that self growth is the ultimate respect to God. And even if you don't believe in God, I believe self growth, working on yourself, is a divine thing. It's the right thing. And even if you don't believe in God, why wouldn't you want to work on yourself? What are we talking about? Look, the only way to keep yourself at a somewhat balanced level is to structure your day so that when you do feel sad, I've been feeling sad about, you know, home base, a couple have got past me, technically I'm still this nomad, feeling sad about, I got to leave my mom, I got to do this. And, being alone sometimes, I live a life of a solitude. It could be, but I also am not delusionary. I've been in relationships. I've lived by family. I've owned a home. So I understand there's pros and cons to everything. I'm able to talk myself out of sadness that sometimes is just self-induced. How do you keep yourself from getting down? Well, again, look, it's part of life. So that's number one. But number two is you have to be honest with yourself and work on yourself. There's no vaccine for life. There is a vaccine for COVID, but not for life. Okay. Great to see you, Andy. Love to you, brother. Ryan, uh, many people will hold you back instead of inspiring you. No, that's true. But like I said, Ryan, your biggest battle now is just you have to do things alone. And it's not your family holding you back. It's just that they're not going to give you the push to do things that only you want to do. And so the first step to self growth is self accountability. And as you do that, if people give you resistance and if you're doing positive, healthy things for you, then you can push back on them or cut them off. But you can't not do something because you feel other people aren't pushing you to do it. No one's going to support you to move. No one's going to support you to change jobs. You're going to have to do that all alone. And that's why you got to work on yourself, or else the world will get you down because you're waiting for someone else who doesn't have your dreams to lead you to the promised land. It's just not reality. Because I've lived through that already. I've understood it. And it's sad because you got to do some of your life alone. You can have a support group. You can go to church. You can go to counseling. You can go to various different things. But the end of the day, there's certain part of your journey you got to walk alone. And many people are unwilling to walk that journey. And that's why they live a life they hate, a very uninspiring life. And it's sad, but there's nothing you can do. You can only work on yourself. You can't change people. And it's a freeing thing to remember that, but it's also a scary thing because it can get you down like, oh my God, I got to do this alone. You do. You do. You do. This is the message of hope. As you do what you're called to do and work on yourself, self-improvement is godliness. Other people that you don't even know yet will come along your path. And I do believe God, the universe, whatever you want to believe in, will send them and they'll inspire you from here to there. They'll encourage you. But again, you still got to be self-developed. You can't put anyone on a pedestal. You got to be working on yourself. And so we must take out the bitter root that this world is constantly planting in our soul. I see it all the time. People go to this politics, religion, family, whatever. All different types of things that they blame everything. And sometimes those are all legitimate things. But all I'm trying to tell you is, guys, I changed my life, okay, when there were Democrats in office and when there were Republicans in office. I changed my life, okay, when I had family around and when I chose to eliminate some. You change your life, okay? And if you're unable to change your life and you're saying you're disabled, you can't function, then you need to go seek help. And you shouldn't be wasting time online. And if you're just looking for companionship, then there's a million apps that will give you some type of interaction that will help you do that. But like I said, companionship is only one part of life. Everyone thinks companionship keeps you from being down. Like, oh, if I had a friend, if I had a lover, if I had someone to talk to, that doesn't keep you from being down. The most depressed people have someone to talk to, and they're still looking for someone to talk to. We all need someone to talk to. I need someone to talk to. That's part of life. So I empathize. Okay, I understand that. I like talking to certain people at certain times, but I also like my own space. And that's why you got to balance. Balance is one of the key words we're talking tonight. Ryan, it gets scary just watching the months stack so quickly. Well, it does, but like I say, if you wake up early, if you do something productive for your job and for yourself to get you closer to your goal, and you work out, and you don't take naps, and you eat healthy, and you go for a walk, and you do something creative, the time will not pass by. But when you wake up late, you hate your life, you go back to bed, you play video games, you watch a bunch of videos, inspiration and motivation will only get you started. You have to go, and it starts with structuring your day. There's no way around the work of your life. There's no way around, losing weight as far as doing some changes in your diet. There's no way around making money other than some level of work. Everyone's always looking for a way around some pain. And I'm not mad at that. And if you can find a better way, great. But the reality is you're going to have to feel some pain in life. And it's either going to be the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. Okay. We're all going to feel down, but you're going to feel less down the happier you are with your performance. I love my mom. Like I said, my last week with my mom, and she felt very down today. Why? Because she woke up late. If you say inspirational nomad, what's the number one reason I feel down? You wake up late. Number one reason. Why? Because there's something hurtful to the spirit. Okay. When you oversleep, you waste life. Okay. And you don't feel good about yourself. You don't get accomplished things. And it's a very negative algorithm. And I've been there. And even when you go into a senior citizen home, you know that one of the major things they do is they structure your day. Okay. Most depressed people sleep late. Why? It's the way it is. Negative energy feeds on negative energy. So life, in some instances, the older I get, is very basic and simple. Okay. It's a very basic, simple math equation. Okay. Wake up early, stay productive, take nap. Not don't take naps. Take care of yourself. Okay. And you're still going to have down moments, but they're going to be less. You're going to have more up moments than down moments. In your best life, there's no perfect life, is having a balanced life where you're going to have to accept good and bad, but you try to create a life where you have more good habits than bad habits, and therefore you feel more good or more up than down. But there's nothing wrong with feeling down because that's part of life. So don't begrudge sometimes, like everything, but it's just the way it is, So the bottom line, those are my major thoughts. I don't want to water down the message. I want to give it to you straight, simple, and clear so that you can take it, let it spark your furnace, and run with it. If you don't run with it, just talk to people and waste your life. That's fine too. Like I say, I think there's a big business for just listening to people's shit. Because I'm a believer that 90% of people are not going to do anything about their life. But I don't focus, but I say that as an observation. But remember, guys and girls, I don't focus on 90% of people. I focus on myself. Okay. I don't wake up every morning and say, all right, what's this person doing? What's that for? I don't do none of that shit. I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. usually. Okay. 5 a.m. Okay. And I push myself. You got to push. Okay. And I go to Starbucks. I get my damn coffee. Okay. I have a protein bar. I go to the gym. Start my day. And if it's a work day, then productivity. Okay. Regular schedule eating intervals. Healthy food. Okay, nothing fried, nothing crazy. I walk throughout the day, take breaks. I have certain dreams, certain side hustles. Sometimes they're doing good, sometimes they're not. But through this structure, I'm exhausted at the end of the day. I got the most out of the time. I feel a little bit better about myself because you incrementally make that progress. And like I said, if you're totally in a rut, then yeah, you got to add things. You got to downsize. If you're totally overwhelmed in life, then you got to eliminate a lot of things that are taking your time, your energy, and your money away from you that are unuseful. Storage units, bullshit relationships, too big a house. You got to get rid of a lot of that stuff. It's not going to solve everything, but you got to be able to see and focus on the vision clearly. Early riser, love the name. Let me go to my laptop and take a hydration break. Early riser. Shout out to everyone watching. Click that thumbs up. Share the video. The algorithm of success. Love is greater than hate. Perseverance is greater than anything. And thumbs down is less potent than the thumbs up. And you know it's true. We're growing. And even if we don't grow, guys, my life goal is not to see, can I just grow a YouTube channel? My life goal before YouTube and after YouTube is growing myself, okay? Why? Because it's less suffering. And I show up every day and I face the people who don't want to grow themselves. And you know what it is. I smile, okay? But inside is that furnace burning. But it's burning under self-control, which is the difference between a psychopath who has the fire burning just to see if they can get you on fire. But my fire is under self-control and divine energy. Never forget it. I can be broken, but I'm not going to allow Satan to break me. Why? Because Satan's behind me. Okay? And look, guys, what I want to tell you is this. Okay? All we can do, okay, is our best, focus on structural things in our daily routine. Okay? Time management, relationships, eating, and looking in the mirror. That's it. Trying to save other people and save the world, Okay, and debate bullshit is all a waste. Okay? It's a land full of nothing. Okay? It's just plastic. Okay, it doesn't disintegrate, it just stays there. And I know about plastic because I got a lot of plastic stuff. Early riser. Yeah. My great uncle is in assisted living. They keep it structured. You have to. That's what they do too when you're in school, when you're young. What do you do? Structured schedule. Last time my mom and I visited, we left and we asked him when we can see him next. He said, call first because I have a busy schedule. Well, that's good. Again, I don't wish people go into institutions, but I'm just trying to tell you that use the principle of structuring your day, okay? Because it's helpful. Christina, hey Sam, hey Christina, great to see you. Thank you for your love. You've been a blessing to me. I've seen you hit my PayPal a couple times within the last week, and I thank you for that. It's been a blessing. Thank you. Yeah, look, guys and girls, life, deals us a lot of things. Some people, you got to deal with the loss of a loved one. Some people got financial problems, emotional problems, health problems. But you can't take on all the problems of the world. You got to take on your problems, and you got to work on yourself. That's always the key. I think the biggest delusion is people trying to work on everything else other than themselves. And that's where you get this cycle of no traction for your well-being or for those around you, and no leadership. It's just the blind leading the blind. It's I'm gonna talk nasty to you, but tomorrow you're gonna get a Dollar Tree gift and we're gonna cohabitate. Nah, I ain't doing that. So the modern world is a great thing, and I think it's awesome, and I would never want to go backwards. And I look forward to even more modern advances in humanity. But also, I think a lot of people has made them. I think people always have been lazy, but I just think people. I don't know, man. I think you give people a phone, or you give people a TV, you give people a bed, and that's it. That's all they need. I would say 90% of people just need a comfortable bed, need a TV or phone to watch, need food, and that's their whole life. Take a shit, take a shower, not every day, a lot of people, and they watch, movies, watch their phone, and bitch and moan. If you give people something to bitch about, or give people something to laugh about, give people food. And I saw a video today, another nomad on YouTube, this guy Nate, Element Van Life, he gave his girl an e-bike, and he was surprising her. These e-bikes are total fucking fraud. So his girl's like, oh yeah. Well, he was like, oh, I got a surprise for you. It's in the trunk. So the girl's like, oh really? And she went to go open it, and she did it slowly. And when she saw it, she was like very, like, not like really impressed. And I don't blame her. Don't no girl want an e-bike. A girl wants chocolate, money, and a shopping spree. Okay. They damn sure don't want no e-bike. I mean, I knew a guy, he got his wife a treadmill for Christmas. He got divorced 2 years later. I ain't like about that. I love this guy, I remember telling him at work, I said, man, how you gonna get your wife a treadmill, man? Told my she wanted it. I said, man, don't no girl want no treadmill. Let me tell you this, B. Okay? Michelle, hey, Michelle. I rarely use a computer until I became disabled. Shout to you. What's the nature of your disability? I was always working or outdoors. Shout to you. Hey, Sam and everyone. Great to see you, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle, how old are you? What happened? If you want to share, if you don't want to share, respect your privacy. Yeah, look, guys, if you're laid up or if you have some type of disability, again, I always tell you guys, do what you need to do for you. Like I said, as I've dealt with more disabled people throughout my life, there's certainly a level of it mentally, but there's also a level of it emotionally. And there's an emotional immaturity that even I've been. And I look back now and I said, wow, I could, I did improve, but I said to myself, man, I was really emotionally immature and almost like mentally immature the way I approached that situation. And, so some of that is just, natural. Christina says she's loved bikes. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Christina, I don't know though. I don't think any girl wants an e-bike. Or she may want it, but that's not what she want to be surprised with. When she opens up that curtain, she wants her favorite dessert, some money, shopping, something like that. Like if I say I'm gonna surprise you, Christina, and I'm your boyfriend, you don't want me to like to make this big scene like, oh, get ready, are you ready for the surprise, Christina? And then I open up the curtain and it's an e-bike folded up in the back of a trunk. Yeah, I would love to see your reaction, Christina. You'd be like, right there, you'd be like, oh, this guy, I'm done with him. That's how you would feel. Yeah, he made this big deal like he was gonna romance you and everything, and then he gave you an e-bike. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, ain't no girl want no damn e-bike. Not like that. That's something you put in the stocking stuffer, man. Yeah, that's not the real gift. It can't be. Yeah, Christina, I know. And you want a damn Latin dancing, okay, guy that's gonna take care of business. You don't want no delusional guy still doing videos of weddings in his 40s making side money. You don't want some guy on top of his game, okay? Living a vida loca. Okay, the guy's sharp, he's intact, he's tall, he's very empathetic, very soft, almost like he'll fix anything. He'll do anything you want. But the last thing you want, some guy give you an e-bike. I mean, what the hell type of guy? I'll tell you right now, you guys ain't getting no ass. E-bikes. Michelle, she's talking about her disability now. I don't know how to say this first word. Postural, or is that orthostics? I don't know how to say this. Tiscarada syndrome. Yeah, I'll have to Google that. I was misdiagnosed. Then my spine was injured by a spinal tap. Oh, God bless you. Had a spinal fluid leak for 2 years now. Oh, my God. Chronic pain. Yeah, that sounds pretty nasty. I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. I mean, that's what you say. Don't let life get you down. So what should Michelle do? Well, as much as she can within her ability, stay active through physical therapy or just, walking or whatever. Because I know someone, they went to physical therapy, they passed, they got a t-shirt, and then they stopped going. And now you know what happened? Their mental health got worse, their physical health got worse. You got to keep your body in motion as much as you can based on your individual circumstance. Christina's laughing. Good. Laughter's good for the soul. Michelle, I'm still trying to make the best of things. Yeah, that's all we can do. Again, I empathize that life can crush any of us. So I'm not sitting here like, but I'm just saying, like, do the best you can. Keep it moving. Twister. Hello, everyone. What's up, Twister? Sam, I'm back from Indiana. Praise the Lord. Thank God you got back safe. He's in Texas now. The resentment of my hometown started settling in. Yeah, this is what happens when you spend. I know a couple people, they spend time away from their family and then they go back to their family and they don't realize, man, it's like they had freedom and then they went back to like resentment. And he goes, the resentment of my hometown started settling in as hours passed. That's normal. That's good, though. It's good that you feel that. But after calming down, I remembered I'm blessed. There you go. That's also good to be grateful. I need to prioritize, love this, self-care. That's excellent. No matter where you live, you must do self-care, because even the most elitist area in Southeast Florida, if you're not doing self-care, it's going to be a swamp cesspool. No matter where you go, you cannot get away from self-care. So I love your self-evaluation, your self-growth, and your balanced perspective. That's what we're talking about tonight. Christina, reminisce is important in personal relationship. Oh, romance. Yeah, I remember I had this Asian eye doctor, and I was in my maybe mid-20s, and I was going through relationships, and I remember talking to her. She was cute. I said, man, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I said, maybe I'll date a friend, date a friend. And she goes, Sam, it's good to be friends with someone you're going to be with intimately, but you got to have passion. And I want to tell you right now, ain't nothing passionate about an e-bike, okay? E-bikes are for lazy people that don't want to pedal, okay? And they're a bad gift to give a girl. You ain't getting no cooch. And if you're getting cooch, she don't like you no more. I'll tell you, one bad gift away from being on that list of this guy don't really know he don't know me. I guarantee you, if you get an e-bike from a guy, you're going to look at this guy like he don't know me. He don't know what makes me tick. I would have loved to have a chocolate cake, some money to go shopping and buy whatever I want. Okay. And, I came home and some shit was fixed. That's what I would like. But they don't get that. And I don't know. That's why I ain't getting no money. I don't know what they're doing. Michelle, thank you, Christina. Oh, Christina was giving prayers to Michelle. I agree. Love to you, Michelle. Thank you for sharing your story. Tussa, love to you, Michelle. I agree. Hopefully you find a balance. I agree as well. Yes. Early riser. Yeah, I see e-bikes a lot when I'm riding on my regular bike. Yeah, guys, I mean, I'm not anti-e-bike. I'm just trying to say, like, the e-bike fad is going way overboard. It's way overdone. And then number two is like, it's a horrible gift. Number three, it's very little exercise because you're going to use the electric motor most of the time. And number four, it's a waste of space. It's a dust collector because most people who have a bike don't use a bike. That's the truth. Walking is your greatest resource for health. Okay. The bottom line. Okay. And never forget it. Michelle says, thanks, Twister 100. And guys and girls, click that thumbs up, share the video. Let's go. Let's talk right now. Let me know if this world got you down. We're live. We're live every night. There's a lot of people, they take the day off, they sleep late, and that's why they feel down. Now, do I make a video when I feel down? Yeah, why? Because you got to persevere. Can I be broken where I totally want to hide in a corner? Of course. None of us are above that, but we got to persevere. Cartoon Mark, what's up, brother? Love that chocolate cake. You know damn well. But see, Cartoon Mark, you know too much what the women want or what the people want. Why? Because you're a loving guy who's very patient and you'll do whatever. And the problem with that is you're unbalanced where your feelings don't matter. You're just a punching bag. And it's good that you're empathetic. I mean, I think it's honorable. I wouldn't want some drill sergeant to live with him. But we know that chocolate cake is what when you're trying to get in the cake, okay? And we know that if you are in a relationship and you're giving chocolate cake and you're not trying to get the cake, you're not trying to get in the panties, you're just giving it because of love, that's good. Okay. But we also know that 90% of relationships are unbalanced. Okay. You're giving chocolate cake, what are you getting? You can't even throw out stuff in your own house. So like you always tell me, Cartoon Mark, don't get me fired up, man. Because I believe in singleness for men and women. And but I believe in love if that's what you want to do. I believe in relationships if that's what you want to do. I just want them to be healthy. Because I'll tell you, I saw that girl get that e-bike today, Mark, and she looked like this. Like, yep, I should have never came back to this godforsaken Massachusetts, okay? I should have stayed with my mom in California. I got this unemployed guy trying to sell e-bikes and trying to give me this shitty gift. That's what she looked like, just like that, okay? And he over here, oh, you always wanted the e-bike. Man, she ain't never want no damn e-bike, man. You ain't listening. This guy, it's going bad for this guy, in my opinion. Ryan, Sam, I have been constantly stressed for the last 2 weeks. Why's that? Oh shit, hold on. $10 super chat all the way from Canada. That's our guy, Mike. What's up, Mike? Sam, get your conservative accountant, on the phone and tell him to get the foreign exchange tax forms ready. You're talking my language. I don't want an e-bike for Christmas. I want a super chat and a super private meeting with my super conservative accountant. Why? Because this big money talk. Good job. He goes, get those tax forms ready. Yes, excellent topic. Thank you. The world does me down sometimes. Yeah, guys, we all get kicked in the balls sometimes or kicked in the cooch. But I try to remember I have a good, grateful heart. Someone who is grateful is a sign of emotional maturity. Good job, Mike, and thank you very much. And even my man, Cartoon Mark, why I got hope for him is because this guy, I still feel he keeps it positive. He's trying to stay positive in a bad situation. And I don't know much, guys. I got to light a fire under you sometimes in a loving way. But I know that people who are not totally like down, they got shot. The world gonna get you down. But I know some people that if they still got that ray of hope, they got some fighting. Because I saw some girl, she got a storage unit. Okay, I think she got emotional and mental problems, but she did a lot of traveling. She showed me she got some shit, but hot and cold. But still, she keeps hope. So I want to tell you, there's some people, even though I may totally disagree with how they organize their life, the faith of a mustard seed, okay, a small little seed, mustard seed, that little bit of hope gets you very far in life. Now, you got to put in the work, guys. Okay, can't be delusional. Got to get rid of the storage unit. But I want to tell you, just a little bit of positivity change your fucking life. A little bit of gratitude change your fucking life. Just a mustard seed worth. And so thank you, Mike. And that's a great lesson for us all to remember in the time of need. It's not easy. Believe me, I hear you. Back to these live comments in order. If I miss a comment, guys and girls, please retype it. Don't take it out of disrespect. Ryan was saying, Sam, I have been constantly stressed for the last 2 weeks. I can feel it in your soul. I feel it when we talk. A couple days by the ocean would fix that. Not if you're not doing self-care, not if you don't have a job, and not if you don't do things in order. So that fire that's burning in your belly should get you going into doing things in order to get you down by the beach, living your best life. As an example, if I put you by the beach right now and you don't have a job and you don't have a place to stay and you just totally left your home without any planning, you would be like many people I see down in Florida. It's the city of lost dreams, where they went down there with a dream but no plan, no legitimate logistical work, and there's plenty out there suffering. I don't want to mislead you. I'm not telling you to go to the promised land without a plan. Okay. You got to scout the land before you go to the land. Now, I don't tell you to wait until you're a damn corpse to go to the promised land. Okay. I tell you, balance it. Look at what you can do. And if you got a driver's license, you got a certification, you should be door dashing now. And you should go visit Florida and door dash when you're there and figure out at least you can get some money, And then work at Planet Fitness up here, get a job transfer. Work at FedEx up here, get a job transfer. There's a lot you can do. But you got to get going. Don't just get mad. Don't just get down. Use that pain and allow it to heat your furnace and then direct that energy to something productive. That'll get you back up. Good job. Twist up. Sam, are you on your way back to Florida? Not yet. A couple more days. Few more days. End of this week coming up here. Noticed in the video today you were driving. I'm always driving a little bit during the day. Why? Especially on the weekends. Why? Because I keep a structured day. Okay? I got a time to wake up, even if I don't have work. I got a time to go to the gym. I got a time to be productive. And if it ain't my main job, it's a side hustle. And I got a time to do a little exploration, a time to walk, and a time to do a live feed. I got time. And I always keep flexibility in case I need it. But I have structure. So that's why you saw that. Good job. And these videos are my daily vlogs, not my live feeds. My daily vlogs are always pre-recorded at least a day before. Why? Because you can't make a video every day if you just wait till that day to make it. You got to have a couple videos always ready to go, uploaded, but in private. You don't make them public till that day. I learned that through years of doing YouTube. You can't just, I'm going to be inspired that day. No, when you have a moment of inspiration, you do the video or you write it down and you have a couple videos for the next few days. Because without that, guys, you're going to be not structured enough. Good job. Thank you very much, ESP. What's up, ESP? ESP, you saw that train wreck today? You saw your man not knowing how to get the coochie juicy? He's relying on being tall with a nice ass. And is he going to get the girl? He's going to get the girl. I mean, not my style. But I tell you, ESP, would you have rather that e-bike surprise or some Dairy Queen and some dollars? Like, ESP, if Nate was trying to get with you, would you get excited if he lifted up the van trunk and you saw an e-bike folded up in 3 pieces? Or would you get excited if he lifted up that van and you saw Dairy Queen with the whipped cream just rightly made, a stack of money, okay? And him sitting there with a wrench talking about, let me change your oil while you eat this Dairy Queen and count that money. Oh, I want to tell you right now, you would have got all juiced up. But when you see that damn e-bike, you're like, what the fuck I come up here for this shit for? Yeah, that's why I saw this guy don't know what he doing. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, guys. Good thing I ain't in the game, guys. It'd be a drought for some of you people out there. Um, Thank you again, Mike. That's very gracious of you. You've been gracious to me. Thank you. Cartoon Mark, I believe in you. Why? I see you still got that hope. You got that fight in you. And you got that fire. You got it all. You're going to put it together. Michelle, I want an electric bodyboard. See, I don't understand that. You just told me you're disabled with a spinal tap. See, that's what I don't get. I don't understand that. How you want an electric boogie board? Yeah, I don't know, man. Something ain't adding up in this motherfucker. Jack, $4.99 super chat, Jack. Thank you, man. Get Joe Biden over here, man. Crying last night. Yeah, live feed was lit last night. Thank you. About $1 store glasses on. That's my life experience. Thank you, Jack. Peace be with you also, brother. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. I appreciate that gratitude. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Joe Biden. It's a disaster out here. The ghost of Joe Biden is be upon you. And thank you very much for your encouragement. Thank you to all my members. I got love for you. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Mike. Back to these live comments. Yeah, that's funny with Dollar Tree glasses. Twisted, congrats on the promotion, ESP. I agree. Early riser. Yeah, life felt a little heavy this week for me, but I did my best to keep pushing back. Good. Walks to the store, bike rides, and stretching, good food, good night's sleep, etc. Early riser, thumbs up to you. ESP at Twister, thank you. ESP, I'd get excited if he had a job. yeah, his job is getting 10% commission on e-bikes. Oh God. Let's stay positive. I'm getting negative. I apologize. Let's stay positive. Let me not be a critic. Twister, alien emoji at ESP. Michelle's laughing with ESP. Jack, thank you again, man. Jack and Mike, you guys watch and you show love and you listen to the message because if you picked up last night about the Dollar Tree glasses, that was a gem. So I know you really listened. Michelle, I have found a way to do things that I used to. I only go 2 times a year on rare good days. Okay. It sounded a little suspect. I ain't gonna lie about that. But if it works for you, remember, guys and girls, whatever works for you. And, like I always tell you, I want to, look, I don't want to try to be inside someone else's head. I don't want to try to be inside someone else's body. I want people to do the best they can on their individual circumstance. I do want them to keep their dreams and their hopes alive, but I want them to have a level of reality. And I don't want them to sell themselves short. Because if you can do one thing, you can do a lot. I always said, I saw this guy, backing into a handicap spot with a Dodge Charger, running out of his car to go get a sub. And he had a handicap stick. I said, damn, man, what's that? It just didn't seem right. But I don't know. I don't know the situation. But it just, all I can tell you in life is that you have to be very careful, okay, that you don't put yourself down, and that's what makes your world down. Because life hard enough. It don't take much to get you down. At least, I know how life is. So, and I don't have a magic answer. I really don't. I try to keep things very simple. But all I try to do is tell you, man, as best you can, take care of yourself. Oh, that's our guy, Keith, all the way from Naples, soon to be. Keith, what's the latest update, man? Keith, $10 super chat, our FedEx transfer, Naples resident. What's going on, brother? Everyone has been saying they've been visiting Indiana and they're not impressed. Shout out to you, Christina, everyone from Indiana. Twister was just out there, man. Love to you, Keith. I'm so proud of you, man. Keith, I know you and Hal are at a place where you don't need me anymore. And like I always tell you and Hal, if you don't need me anymore, you just do you. I'm so grateful that you still watch and you guys are still with me. But I don't want you to feel bad. I never want anyone to feel bad. I don't believe in guilt trips. I believe guilt trips are emotional manipulation. So I don't, if I spark something in you and you get down to Naples or whatever, you achieve what you want to achieve in life. You say, damn, I'm living good now. I'm just saving my money. I don't need to watch shit. I'm too busy to watch Inspirational Nomad. To me, hey guys, I would love for you to watch, but more than that, I love for you guys and girls to just kick ass in whatever you want to do in life, because I know life gets you down. So I don't want you to come into here every night like, oh, Inspirational Nomad got to get me up. Now look, I like to have fun. I hope I do get you up. I enjoy it. But I want to get you going on your road. Because I know that if someone truly cares about you, and I'm a capitalist, I make no excuse about that. But at the same time, guys, there's a lot of ways to make money. And the way to make money and the way to lead are a little bit, you can do both, right? I could do something for money, but I can also tell you, I can lose money by not making people need me. But like any contractor knows, if you do a good job, you're always going to have work. Okay. Bad contractors, they always try to manipulate your ass. To me, if you do the work, you always going to have work, man. And you're never going to have to manipulate people, okay, and trick them and fuck around with them and bullshit them, because, you got value, and so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to tell everyone out there, whether ESP got the promotion, Keith got the transfer, how you did the job, or anyone out there, I want you to know you don't owe me nothing. And I want you to know you did it. Okay. And I want you to know you live your best life. Okay. And you do it in freedom and in peace. And that's awesome. And that's it. It's very simple. Thank you, man, very much. Everyone gracious on the super chats, thank you. Love to you both. All three, actually. Michelle, it's okay. I don't expect people to understand without medication I wouldn't be functioning at all. I appreciate your empathy. No, there's empathy. I don't judge. And like I said, I'm not going to be dishonest either. It's like, like I said, because I got family members on disability. And it's like 1 minute they're telling me, like they got a spinal tap. Next minute they tell me they want to go boogie boarding. So for me, it's delusion. Like, I don't like that. Like, because then I don't understand, like, are you really true or you're not? So I'm not saying that's you, but I have empathy that I don't know your situation. But I also do not want to have bullshit where I lied to you. Because I got family members on disability, and they'll watch TikTok. They'll watch other people on social media, and they'll give them money just to be friends with them. I don't want to do that shit with you guys. I'll be friends with you no matter what, but I don't want to lie to you. Now, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to claim to know your situation, and I don't live in your body. I don't live in your mind. So I don't know what you feel, and I would never want to take someone, look, but I would never want to have a authentic or unreal relationship, because I've worked very hard in my life to get away from relationships that are unhealthy. And unhealthy doesn't mean just abuse. It means like they're just bullshit. Like they're not real. They're empty calories, man. And for me, like someone couldn't pay me to stay. Like I said, I walked away from inheritance. Guys, if I want to play the game, I'm not going to play the game on YouTube for super chats or for members. I'm going to play the game with an inheritance. I'm going to play the game for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't want to teach that. I don't want to live that. Okay. Because that's not the life I live. I live a life where it's not perfect. You shouldn't look up to it as like, oh, I should be like him. You should be like you. Whatever you want to do. Everyone's different. But when you simplify your life, I still get down, man. And I still do have empathy, Michelle, because I still do know, like, anytime our health, our mind, anything could be taken from us, right? But I also say to myself, there's a lot of people, they take a lot away from their own selves. They sell themselves short and they put themselves down. And I've had people that put themselves down and then they claim other people put them down. And I'm like, nah, can't no one put you down if you ain't putting yourself down. Now, look, I mean, certainly someone could say some hurtful shit. like just to be mean. Like I try not to be. I know sometimes like I could be a little bit funny and then indirectly hurt people, but I don't try to go out of my way to be mean. Okay, so all I can tell you is love and respect. Twister, Keith, I was in Indiana. I don't know how you did it. Hey, he did it, man. 30 years at FedEx in Indiana, amazing. I'm even more happy for you. It's an awesome story, man. On Florida, man, it's gonna be so awesome, Keith. I'm so happy for you, man. And ESP too. ESP. Some days I can't watch because of work. See, you're killing it. And you may come to a point too. ESP is one of my earliest members. She may not need me no more because now she got a promotion. She got other shit to do. You know, her days of watching Inspirational Nomad at Dairy Queen, they may be over. She may be riding the e-bike, you know. Yeah, like riding to work, making big dog decisions. Am I mad at her? Nah, I ain't mad at no one, man. She goes, but I tend to keep the live stream on in the background. I appreciate that. While I work, you're my favorite daily radio show. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ryan, congrats on Florida, Keith. Naples is beautiful, gorgeous area. I'm an East Coast guy, but if I was on the West Coast, it'd be Naples or Marcos Island. What else can I tell you tonight? Well, again, if you're hurting in the spirit or you feel down about yourself, I don't want to increase that. I don't want to just pacify you. I just want to encourage you to work on yourself. It's a very simple message. Again, a lot of people that I know that have a mental disability, a lot of it's an emotional disability where they're not balanced in their emotions. Now, maybe that ties into mental. Okay? And I look at my own life, not someone else's. And I say, I've been very emotionally immature here. And like that ties into mental. And so I say, well, work on yourself. And that's the best advice that I could give. And that's what I've tried to do. Keith, I got you, Sam. The countdown is 20. Love and God's grace to everyone in the chats. I love it. Shout out to Twister. Love to you. Twister, you got that right attitude. Yeah, Twister gonna kill it too, because he got that gratitude and he's got that work ethic. So that's a potent mix. If you're thankful and you're willing to put in the work, I mean, you're gonna figure it out. I mean, that's why even my man Cartoon Mark, I don't know if you're still in here, Mark, I feel he's gonna figure it out. Because even though it looks bleak in upstate New York and he's got a storage unit in the back of his house and a shed with electricity, I still feel like this guy gonna figure out some shit. Even though I know he wants to, and I'm not saying he should abandon his pension, but he gonna figure out something. Yeah, I know. And his girl watching now, she thumbs down it, and I tell leave that girl, man, cause she unthankful to the motherfucker. I tell you, leave her right now, man. Right there, Sean. Sam. Normally I just load up on sleeping bags. This year I'm thinking about a zero jacket pants. Any preference? No, I think that's just extra gadgets, extra gear that you don't need. If you've already got through a couple winters and whatever climate you're at with sleeping bags, I wouldn't add anything. I would only add if there's a need. And if you don't have a need to add layers of clothes or extra sleeping apparel, that beats the whole point of the simple life. Now, if you want to do it, again, I'm not going. You do whatever you want with your money, but always remember to check yourself, like your needs and your wants. Now, again, you can if you want it, you can afford it. Get whatever you want. But for me, minimalism is not just based on financial freedom, even though it's a big part. It's also emotional freedom. Because now you got a pair of zero below jacket pants, Carhartt pants. You got to throw them around your car. They're always in the way. You got to bring them to the laundromat. You know, it's like you roll over in the middle of the night. You get cut by the zipper because they got these big ass zippers, and you got all this shit in your car now, like you're going to be living in Alaska, and you already got through a winter. It sounds like with the sleeping bags. So if you got through one winter or two winters and you didn't catch a cold and it was sufficient, I would say don't pass on a jacket and pants, in my opinion. Early riser. Sam, what makes Naples stand out for Western Florida City? The environment. Most of Naples has a upper class, new infrastructure, safe, an amenity-driven community right by the ocean. So, what do you look for in a place where you want to spend time? You look for good infrastructure, good roads, good stores, good amenities. You look for safety. You look for visual inspiration, and you look for location. It has all the things. So, what separates that from Tampa? Tampa, even though it has a lot, there's a lot of bad parts of Tampa. Naples, there's maybe some bad parts, but very few. And it's more quiet, it's more elite, less metropolitan. So, Naples is special, okay, because it's another level of tranquility. It's a level up, and most of it is very safe. Okay, so uh, that's what makes it. Yeah, that's what makes it different. Good job. Good question. Where was that? ESP at Rideshare Sean. What's the coldest you sleep in? The cold, he's talking to Rideshare Sean, but the coldest I ever slept in, I think, was -5 below Fahrenheit. That's right. -5 below. I think I have 2 videos on it. And yeah, Rideshare Sean. Northern VA. Okay. Nothing crazy cold, but can go down to 10 below. Yeah, -5 below, I think, was pretty close to where I was at. But if you have a 25-degree Fahrenheit sleeping bag and layers of clothes, or a -10-degree sleeping bag, you're good. So, but again, teach your own. ESP. I'm thinking about staying in the van all winter, as my new position comes with a private office. I won't need to find places to work outside of the van. Well, it's an interesting thing. One is your situation better than me. That's number one. Number two is, obviously, you have to be careful not to shit where you eat, so to speak, even though I've done similar things, so I don't want to be disingenuous. I would just say, scout the land, understand the dynamics of the situation, and you'll know best, because that's something only you would kind of know on that. ESP. Most coffee shops here still won't let you sit and work inside. They make you get your coffee and go. Okay. Yeah, in New Jersey, you can sit inside any coffee shop. Florida, they were starting to shut them down when I left. They were shutting them down. So I don't know. But bottom line, ESP, the biggest decision was already made. What was the biggest decision? To accept the promotion. Now, you just want to put yourself in an environment where you can do the job without being freezing. You don't want to catch a cold and, fuck up your money, and then some other slob takes your job. So though. You've been through this game already. You're not a rookie. You know your personality. You know what you can take, what you can't take. I took risks, so I don't want to tell you not to take risks. I just want to tell you, obviously, evaluate everything, including your own personality and situation awareness. And then, using your intelligence and past experience, make the best decision possible. And your number one asset as a nomad is flexibility. So if you do something and it's not working out, use your flexibility. Whether it's to get an Airbnb, whether get a hotel or change something up or rent a place, use your flexibility. And that's great. Early riser. Okay, that makes sense about Naples. In your opinion, is Fort Myers too crowded and less of a tropical vibe? Yes. Even though I have a great friend who loves Fort Myers is just a little bit north of that. It's got a little bit more of a party town, a bar hangout town, and Naples has got a little bit more of a rich prick town, like, what I mean, old school rich prick. I'm a little bit more of a rich prick than a party town. So Fort Myers is like, you like to go to the bar and chill. And again, I got a great guy. I love him. That's just the me. I'm more of like, I'm checking some investments. I'm on that elitist. I'm at Starbucks. I don't fuck with a lot of people. I'm in the cut. That's how I get down. So for me, Naples over Fort Myers. But that's kind of breaks down. Like if you were the type of person, again, like the bar, you like whip, music in the background, and that, that's Fort Myers. That's not me, my personal preference. ESP. I have a North Face. I used to have a North Face. -20 degrees sleeping bag. That's way too warm for me. Yeah, you'd be sweating in that, ESP. Yeah, that's true. But you ain't gonna be able to do no damn work in no 20-degree North Face. You zipped up in a sleeping bag, you trying to do a Zoom conference. Yeah, you better get your ass Airbnb, motherfucker, that's what I tell you, and an e-bike. Keith, Naples is bougie, but I like to be in the cut. Keith, me and you on the same page. I'll see you at the Venetian, man. Right here, Sean. Thanks, Sam. Love to you, brother. Early riser. Thanks for answering my West Coast Florida questions. No problem. I know you're an East Coast guy. You know me well. Early riser. Good job. ESP. Christina, thanks. I agree with that. All right, guys and girls. And I love you, Michelle. Hope you're still watching. Hal, what's up? Sam, what's up, brother? What's good, my dude? I'm just doing the best I can. How are you, man? Rough mental weekend. Okay, well, I appreciate you sharing. Rough mental weekend for me, but I'm still standing. You're a fighter. Did you make it back to South Florida? No, I won't leave till this weekend. So I spent the full month here, a little over a month because I came in September. So I feel good about that. I feel good about the week and the weather pattern. When I leave this weekend, it'll be raining probably or very, it'll be in low 60s. And when I get to Florida, it'll be in 80s, sunny. It's going to be gorgeous. So I looked at the 10-day forecast. Everything's looking good for the launch this weekend. Remember, when they launch a shuttle into space, they do it timed and very precise. And that's how I do my trips. And I'm grateful for the time with my mom. That there was moments where I felt like I was going to leave. But I'm glad I disciplined myself to make the most of my time. That's important to me. And it does feel good to have just a little bit of change in weather, just to feel it. Feel a little bit of the cool air, crisp air at night, which I'm feeling now. But it's still, you know how, I mean, you're in Brooklyn. It's still holding up pretty well. I mean, in the 60s during the day and 50s at night. It doesn't get brutal till you're below 50 during the day and you're in the single digits. So, like I say, one is I wouldn't want to live up north again, but you can live up north till Christmas and make it. It's after Christmas, January through March, which are total disaster, and then spring is so disappointing. It's like getting an e-bike for your birthday. It's total disappointment. How? I'm glad Mom Dukes definitely appreciate the extra few days, no doubt. It's a mutual appreciation. And I appreciate you, man. I'm glad that you're fighting, man. Do the best you can. I know how this world is, man. And I know what you've been through. I know what you go through, but I also know that you got that hope in you, man. Something in you that you stay positive, and that's a gift. I always tell you, what's your greatest gift other than having above average height is you got above average positivity. And that's a gift, man. Don't take that for granted. Okay. Early riser. Sam, how far south is your limit before you get too close to Miami? And how far north is your limit? I don't like to go below, well, it depends. Boca is like a little bit of a testing point, but I go below Boca sometimes. But to me, I mean, once you go, Fort Lauderdale too low, so above Fort Lauderdale, and that's pretty damn close to Miami. But and I would say below. It's got to be below Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach on the East Coast, I got to be south of that, even though that's nice, but it's too central. And I try not to go too further than Fort Lauderdale, but Boca is usually closer to the limit, Boca Raton. Right here, Sean. Hand claps. Okay. How? The weather is not bad. No, it's not that bad right now. Those 20-degree mornings are brutal. Oh, yeah. Oh, in the winter? Yeah. I try to stay positive and also a people person. Now, you got a great personality, man. That's your gift. I have good traits. Yeah. Play to your strengths, not your bad habits. Play to your good habits. That's good. Pat, what's up, Pat? Shout out to you. I appreciate your positive attitude, Pat. Shout out to you and your sense of humor. Yeah. Look, I know how this world is, guys and girls. I don't want to make the world harder for you. I don't want someone making the world harder for me. I just kind of want to do my own thing. Make it through one day at a time. Okay. And that's it. That's all I can do. And that's all you can do. Okay. Um, that's my message. I've been on here for an hour. I hope my videos help you in some way. Pat said, my partner grabbed my crotch in public. Is that sophisticated? Well, Pat, you already know what it is. That's straight up sexual abuse. However, if you're not abducted and you choose to stay, every abusive relationship has two components, an enabler and an abuser. And will I get in the middle of that? No. I mean, if I see someone in danger, I'm going to call the cops. But I'm not going to go over there fist fight your husband and you're going to end up back with your husband. I'm going to call the cops and let you guys sort it out in family court. Thank you again, Keith. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, all my members. Andy G was in here from the top. Ryan, keep fighting in a positive way. Early riser, appreciate your questions. Christina, I love you. Michelle, I love you too. You hang in there. Okay, stay positive. And Twister, you know what it is. You're on the right track. Cartoon Mark, I believe in you. Keep that ray of hope shining as best you can. ESP on her way to figure out what it looks like living that promoted life. She'll figure it out. Thank you again, Mike. Thank you again, Jack, Keith. Roger Sean was in the building. Good questions about the sleeping paraphernalia. And my man Hal, he goes, that's a Trump move. Yeah, no doubt. Pat, tell him to relax. Well, like I say, Hal, what I've learned in relationships, don't get in the middle. Why? Because remember, Melania going to end up back with Trump, okay? And I don't know, man. You know, what I've learned in life is when it comes to relationships, unless you see an emergency, if you see an emergency, then always call the authorities. But if it's not an emergency, don't get. I saw that when I was in Florida right before I left. I was at a gas station. And there was like these two homeless people or like drifters. There was a guy and a girl, younger though. And the guy was being abusive to the girl, and I could tell. And then some young kid says, look, man, don't, you know, he wasn't like hitting her, but he was talking to her rough and like grabbing her. And then some young kid was like, don't talk to that girl like that. And I respected what he was trying to do, but he don't realize the game. So he said, and then the homeless guy was being rough. He's like, what you gonna do about it? He didn't do shit. But then they called the cops, which is good. And then the cops came, he separated them both. Okay. And then they talked for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes with the cops, nothing happened. And then when the cops left, you know what happened an hour later? Those two were right back hanging out together, hugging and kissing on each other. Okay. Now, I'm glad they called the cops, but this young kid almost destroyed his life. Okay. He should have just called the cops and made sure there was not an emergency. He almost stepped in, almost got his ass whipped. He don't realize you fucking with two people that are either drug addicts or mentally ill, and they're choosing to be together, okay? Because there's plenty of ways that this girl could run away this guy. And again, call the cops if you see abuse. But what you're going to realize is, guys, what you see as abuse, they see as love, okay? And if they're going to end up like Gabby, and what can you do? There's people who called the cops on Gabby and the HUD, and guess what happened, guys? Same shit. They got separated. They spent a night apart, and then they both willingly got back together. It's a sad story, but it's the reality of life. You can't change that. ESP, Pat Go. I think you know that's not okay and stay safe. Yeah, I don't know if Pat Go's busting balls because she only talking about like walking on hot coals, or I don't know if it's real. What would I tell her to do? I would tell her go see a social worker if it's real and don't go back. What will she do? Look, most people going back to an unhealthy relationship. And I have empathy, but all I can do is call the cops. After that, if you choose to go back, that's on you. I can't control everything in this world. How? ESP, congratulations on the promotion. I heard right. Yeah, a lot of people kicking ass in this live feed. Keep doing your thing, 100 emoji. ESP, thanks, Hal. I appreciate that. Yep. All right, guys and girls and robots. Okay. What I can tell you is we banged out another live feed. Okay. And I thank you for watching. Okay. I hope you have an awesome night. Don't let this world get you too down. You say, inspirational nomad, don't leave me. I want to talk. I understand that. But in life, learn to work on yourself by yourself. I love you, Michelle. Learn to work on yourself by yourself so that when you talk to people, it's a blessing, but it's not a requirement for you feeling good. Because this world gets you down, okay? And if you depend on people to keep you up, you're going to be let down time and time again. Even if it's me. I check myself. Even if it's me. Okay? You got to learn to work on thyself. Not easy. Okay? And the most attractive thing and healthy thing you can do is work on yourself. The most unattractive and most unhealthy thing you can do is work on someone else and depend on someone else. Okay? And a lot of you out there, which I've been, you're in this algorithm. Okay? And you got to work to get out of it. You can get out of it. You're smarter than you think. You're stronger than you think. You're not a dummy. Okay? I'm not going to talk to you like a dummy. Okay? I love you. I'm a big teddy bear, guys. I don't, but I also, a teddy bear's got claws. Okay? So I tell you every day, self-care is at the foundation of all my life feeds. And so if you're doing that, no matter what else you're doing, you got 90% of the puzzle. The other 10%, guys, is interchangeable. Where do you want to live? What's your side hustle? What's your vehicle? All that's the 10%. 90% of what you need to do is self-care. What's self-care? Waking up on time. Okay. 5, 6 a.m. Okay. Having a healthy breakfast, working out, working, something productive even if you're retired, laundry, hygiene, don't take naps, go for a walk, no storage units. At the end of the day, you'll be exhausted and you'll figure out your life. If you refuse to listen to that basic thing, guys, you're wasting your time on my channel. You're wasting your money. Believe me, guys, I would love to just get endless money and endless view time. But I got other ways to make money in life so that I don't have to drain the psychopaths of their last resource. Okay? If you do not get something out of self-care, get the fuck off my channel because you're wasting your time. Okay? And if you get something out of it, either watch for free or be a member. Either way, that's your choice. Okay? But at the end of the day, guys, okay, life is still going to get you down. But the more you're improving yourself, the more capable you are of dealing with it. And the more capable you are of dealing with it, the less you're down, the more you're up, and the more you're able to endure. At any time, any of us can be broken. But if you live in fear and you always worry about you getting broken the most, you might as well buy a prepper shack, buy a bunch of canned goods, okay, get 10 inverters, liquidate all your assets, buy physical gold, and bunker down and shut off the internet, live off the grid. But if you don't want to live that life forever, then guys, get an unlimited data plan, get 2 gym memberships, okay? And do everything online, banking, porn, everything, okay? Get the vaccine, get 2 doses, okay? And join the elitists in Naples, Florida, okay? That's what I'm damn right, okay? And that's the best message I can give you, okay? I hope some people got help by that. Thank you.